What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast No Plus. I'm Alex. In this video, I quickly just want to talk about the week that we're in. I think a lot's been said about it, but I just wanted to throw together a quick video on it. What a freaking week for gaming, huh? I mean, it's something that, and I want to bring it up here, I don't understand why we have to do it all in 1 week. That's a theme. We have multiple weeks of just not a lot, and this year I really feel like has been like that. There'll be a couple weeks, nothing, all of a sudden, game of the year contender. Couple weeks, all of a sudden something big, or multiple something big, right? This week, okay, now, obviously the one that everybody's going to be talking about, and I think rightfully so, I'm not trying to diminish anything from it. I'm very, very happy that it's actually, a thing now, Oblivion Remaster, right? Huge, something that I guess I have been kind of, getting ready for, and over the last couple weeks, it's like, all right, you kind of bracing yourself literally any day, because, it could just come out on, a random Thursday or a random Tuesday, and now here we are, right? But this week was, for the longest time, really big for me personally that I've, expressed in other videos covering this little small gem in Clair Obscur Expedition 33. This is a game that I had marked. I mean, the cliche line of marking on your calendar. This was the game I did it to, right? And a lot's been said, I think, including from myself over the last couple days, where it's like tough luck, really, really tough luck. And more can be said, but I've already done a video and made my peace with it. Not really fair, to put these games both 2 days apart from each other, both Game Pass games. I really just don't think that's fair to Expedition 33. But you know what? I mean, it's looking at it, I think, from one direction, and another direction to look at it from is, hey, if you're into Clair Obscur, you get it. If you're into Oblivion, which I think a lot of people are, you get it. Gamers are going to eat good, this week, and there's some weeks that they don't. Now, I do think that can be spun to, why not just put it out a week later? Why not just have Expedition 33 and then Oblivion a week or two later? Yeah, you're getting closer to Doom. We have some big games coming out relatively soon, but, again, this is what makes it such a big week. Oblivion is gigantic, and I don't think you needed me to tell you that, but you think about just how big it once was, and actually has been for a long time, and then you think about what it's doing literally right now, just a couple hours into the launch. I mean, this is going to be a game that I think, honestly, is played by / sold 5-10 million people, at least, maybe even more. So I really think this game is going to be a huge success, and I really want to believe Expedition 33 can be an unbelievable success, and also just a phenomenal game. But there was one other one. I made a video on this yesterday, so I thought let's throw this into this video as well. This one was always tough for me because the 100-line Last Defense Academy, right? We talked about the review scores yesterday and kind of just what's being said about it, which, by the way, it seems like it's an incredible game, right? Well, this game was also always going to be coming out same day as Expedition 33. That wasn't ideal from me. Also not ideal, by the way. I mean, I'm happy that games are doing more the physical, I guess they go on PC. Obviously, you can't do physical there, but then they go to Nintendo for physical. I can respect that. Yu-Gi-Oh did that, and I got Yu-Gi-Oh physically on the Switch. But at the same time, I also feel like you're kind of limiting a little bit of your reach. I mean, Switch is, obviously, you're going to get some people. You might get millions of people, to be honest with you. But, Yu-Gi-Oh only being PC and Switch, I feel like it's just weird. Come out on PlayStation, come out on Xbox. And then this game, 100-line Last Defense Academy, PC, Switch has a physical, literally the exact same thing, right? I want it physically. I'd like to support it, in that way. But it's I don't know. I can see it from a degree. I think Nintendo is probably the best ones right now at doing this whole physical thing, keeping it around. But it is disappointing. It's not coming out to other places. But regardless, that was going on a little bit of a tangent. The game looks great. Maker of Danganronpa, you can look up, videos and stuff on it in your own time if you wanted to. But I've been impressed by this game since I first saw it. And then, like I said, we just went over review scores yesterday, and the game seems really, really good. This was always going to be a game that I was going to have to wait on, because I just kind of picked in my head Expedition 33. Now it's still Expedition 33, okay? In my own headspace, it's play that game. That's the game that, has been my type of thing for the longest time. Oblivion, I've played Oblivion, and I really want to play this remaster, so that is next up. 100-line is something that I feel like maybe over the summer, maybe can get on sale. I mean, it's not I think it's $60, so it's not the most expensive thing of all time. But, if I can get it on sale, if I can't, whatever. think that's just a game that I kind of get, later down the line. End of the day, super big week because I try to cover like the upcoming games. I mean, there's the game The Precinct that I'm kind of looking forward to. I think that's maybe like May 11th-ish. Doom the Dark Ages is maybe a few days after that. So, I think we got roughly 2 weeks before we get any. I mean, Doom's huge, right? That's a massive game. So we got about 2 weeks before we get the next wave of this stuff. But for 3 of these games to be all literally today and then the other 2 in 2 days from now, don't know why you couldn't have done one like next week. That would have been probably nice for maybe people's wallets would have benefited from that and all that jazz. But obviously that's not the world we live in. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.